Hello, welcome back. So let's continue with this case. So now what we're going to do, pretty much the same. Now we add this box inside, and in this box we're going to do a refinement. Attention, it is a refinement in the background mesh. It's not a refinement in the Snappy. Okay, so we visit this. I think it was the airflow tutorial 2, but now let's explain you again what we're going to do with this case. Okay, so we have everything. Let me minimize here. Let's move to this case, sphere background refinement. So you have two dictionaries. Okay, so first let's do this step will do everything, the final mesh, but we want to do the first one. Okay, let's pay attention to what is happening in this. So open here, we're reading this dictionary, then we're erasing some files. Okay, so this one also should, well, that one for the moment we don't need to erase. And let's open this one. So basically what we're doing is that we create blockMesh. And remember that here in the Snappy, you can do region refinement. So basically we want to do only castellation. Okay, look at that. Some people ask, but why do I want to do only castellation? And this is a situation where you can do it. A refinement box, you can read the geometry. Recall that we have the geometry there. I didn't export it. You can read it. So basically the coordinates, you get it from the vertices there. So these are the coordinate minimum, maximum. Remember that this stuff is from absolute minimum to absolute maximum, okay? Standard options, no features, no refinement surface, but there is a refinement region, no? So I call it refinement box. Inside, put this level is up to you. The rest, sneaky clean, nothing here, okay? You don't need anything there. And that's all. So let's run this one. Let's see what is happening. So see that we're not reading any geometry. Okay. Sphere background LSD ROM. Sorry, SH ROM mesh background. And there you go. So blockMesh. After the blockMesh, rig that Snappy. But just do the region refinement, only castellation. And there you go. We have the mesh. If you want, you can do your check mesh. By the way, it's important at this step, it is override. You need to put the mesh in the constant poly mesh because this is the starting step for the next one. So perfect, look at that, aspect ratio is 1, okay? Perfect cells, it shouldn't be 1, by the way, and let's visualize just to show you why it shouldn't be 1. This is where things get weird when those quality metrics are computed. So again, let me update this one so you will have the latest one. As you saw video description, you have the link to download everything. And there you go. This is what we did. Background 0.2, and now we add one refinement level 0.1. Why shouldn't be the aspect ratio 1? Because you have these cells here. And this is not an aspect ratio of 1. Okay, so as you use the quality metric in OpenFOAM, you will see that it's not that. Okay, in any case, we don't need to discuss about that. Open, and to remind you that basically Snappy what it's doing, you create a background mesh and then you put your geometry inside and choose a point outside or inside, is up to you. In this case, a point outside, so it's external mesh, and then it will do castellation, then a snapping, approximation, and that's all. So all the refinement is done in reference to the cell next to the surface. So now it's not anymore this cell 0.2, now it's 0.1, this cell next, okay? Very important, this when doing this, try to put this this transition, the extreme far from the body, because if you get a pyramid here close, it's going to give you problems. Remember that all the refinement, everything in the Snappy has to be done with reference to hexes, okay? So be careful about that. If you put something close, it might give you problems, okay? And well, no need to say that it has to be X's. Now you cannot put 3, but however you can put the external part, can be poly, tetra, whatever, but Whatever you put, your body have to be X's. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. And this is the way to control the refinement. So now, if we use the previous dictionary, and actually that's what we're doing, this one, we have a refinement of 2. The refinement of 2 with a smaller cell will give me a better surface, okay? So in this case, it was 2, but my base cell now is 0.1. And look at the difference, okay? It makes a difference. So remember that Snappy is memory intensive. It uses a lot of memory. So this is one of those techniques that you can use to control the memory. I do it a lot, okay? So see that now for the same value of 0.2 previously and reference 5 here, okay, the near wall distance is 0.01. If you make it smaller, now it is roughly speaking half. So another way to get smaller and smaller. And taking the same idea, you can put there 0.5. So you can add another refinement box, and now you go 0.03. And now if you use 20 cells, look at that, you can get 10 to the minus 4 very easily. And you are within those limits, okay? You are far from the 100, okay? Let's go here, for instance, 20. And see that you are saving a lot of cells now by doing this. So this is the idea. This is another technique I use a lot. So we know that. Let's go and let's put 20. Okay, 20 will work. Okay, it's marginal. Yeah, I think it will work. I don't see anything. Okay. And then, yeah, this is what I wanted to show you, but now let me put here 20. Okay, we haven't done the mesh, by the way. So now let's mesh run all. Okay, I didn't need to do that, but just to show you. So this is the run all, so look at the steps. So pretty much the same. First, the block, you add that refinement region. Then it's important to erase these files. Now, otherwise it's going to give you problems. Okay, here you have some information. So always when you are using this technique, erase these files. And then after you do that cleaning, use the standard dictionary and off you go. Okay, so here we're not generating, let me check, we're not doing the boundary layer, but we're doing another successive step. So let's wait for our mesh. Okay, so we're back. A little bit more time consuming. Obvious reason we have a finer background mesh, but pretty much everything perfect. So now let's take a look there. By the way, you can run in parallel as well. Remember, I mentioned this, that I prefer to run in serial. Very often I see some differences between parallel and serial. I get better meshes in serial. Needs to do more, let's say, experimentation, but that is my observation. Okay, so load state. Let me load this. Basically, this is already okay. And there you go. This is what happened. Okay, box there. Now a level of 2, and if you recall the previous one, it was much coarser. So you get this much nicer mesh. Okay, so very cool technique. I use it a lot. I recommend you to use that technique. There are different ways to do this stuff. Now you have the refine mesh command opposite, but I like to use Snappy because in Snappy you can put STL there, arbitrary shapes and so on. Okay, so also in theory you can also add another small box there and it will work. So a refinement of 2 will give you even much better surface mesh. That at the end of the day, I have to say, it is what is going to solve all your problems. So the next step will be snappyHexMesh to add the boundary layer. Okay, so just to revisit that, I want to read a specific dictionary, and it is snappyBL. Let's go there. So it takes 2. The snappyBL is this one, so I put 20. I know that everything is going to work. So look at that, we have that value there, 20, perfect. I know that this should work. I don't see any reason why not. And there you go, 100%. Let me go here. Delete, open state. And this is snapping. Move to the next step. Boundary layer. And there you go. Very nice inflation layer. And that's it. Okay, so hopefully now you have a better understanding of how to set up and how to get also boundary layers. So we still have another video where we're going to visit how to do the hemisphere, but pretty much the same stuff. So thank you, see you next time, bye.